This week, the Fulton County Board of Commissioners voted to allocate a $1.2 billion toward constructing a special purpose detention center and renovating the current Wright Street Jail. The 4-3 vote clears the way for extensive renovations to the existing Wright Street Jail, addressing serious infrastructure deficiencies. There will also be construction of a new special purpose facility for inmates with medical and mental health needs. The whole project was not expected to be completed until 2030. Now, ahead of Wednesday's vote, Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitts touted a plan here on The Take.
During the renovation of Wright Street, we'll have to transfer those inmates someplace. So they will be housed in this new special purpose facility while Wright Street is being renovated, as opposed to us finding space for them in other jails like Cobb County, where we have a significant number of our inmates there in Cobb County that costs us a pretty penny. So I think this is, hate to use that expression, but I think it's a win-win.
Okay, well, one person is coming out against the commissioner's vote is Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labat. Last night, he released a statement calling the decision of political games and smoke and mirrors, and immediately that immediate repairs and replacement are needed. Longer terms promises. Let's bring in Sheriff Labat now, joining us on the show. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, good morning. Always good to see you. Good to be here. Thank you so much.
All right, expand on why you think the board's $1.2 billion plan is the wrong approach.
So first of all, that $1.2 billion plan is like being in a burning building and actually building a fire station 5 years later. And so if you really delve down into the minutia of the actual resolution and the plan, it actually says that we're not going to do anything in the immediate. We're going to build a special purpose building, to which 4 years ago we introduced to the Board of Commissioners, and they voted that down. And so now people that are running for office, that want to get airtime, have put in place a special purpose option that really does us no good. We need immediate relief. The women and men of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office are some of the best in the country. And to continue, and I've said this, to continue to be deliberately indifferent as to what our needs are, as to what our inmates' needs are, will really continue to cause harm. And so we have, for 4 years plus, stood on the side of we need immediate relief. And so I'll give you a good example. You heard the chairman talking about some of the relationships we have with Cobb County. Mm-hmm. Well, Cobb County's population has risen, and the Cobb County Sheriff does not have the ability to continue to hold at mass numbers what that looks like. Mm-hmm. So it is a penny wise and a pound foolish.
Gotcha. Now, you talk about the immediate repairs that are needed. When you walk into the Wright Street Jail, talk to us about those repairs that are needed.
Well, just night before last, your team was on site around 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, when there was stormwater that was rushing through the dormitory style areas where 197 people actually have to live. We have locks that don't work. We have lighting that continues to be stripped. And a lot of it has to do with a holistic criminal justice failure. So if we can get people out of jail, and the mental health aspect of where we are. You have to keep in mind, Chesley, when we started, and we had this conversation, we started really 4 years ago, we had 3,600 people with 600 people sleeping on the floor. Mm-hmm. To date, we have 24 people sleeping on the floor because we are creeping up in our population. And again, I credit all the police chiefs in Fulton County for solving crimes, for getting the right people in jail, but ultimately, we have to do a better job.
Speaking of that, you place a lot of the blame on the commissioners. What's your role in this, your and your staff's role in this as well?
So again, what we have done has been really thought purpose driven, right? We have been in a place where we've been intentionally transparent. The commission has underfunded the sheriff's office and really has caused an environment where people don't want to work at the Fulton County Jail. And so ultimately, again, I go back to I'm proud of the women and men that work here. They come to work every day. But you also have to keep in mind, because we're competing in a larger pool, the Atlanta Police Department, they offer childcare, they offer housing, they restructured their pension plan. These are conversations that we've had year over year, time after time, with respect to approaching the board to try and create an environment where this is a employees benefit related opportunity for us to get it right. And we continue to focus on the jail. And if you keep in mind, take a look at the chairman's plan, it does not address the women and men of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
What would be your plan, Sheriff? What would you like to see done?
Well, I think you have to put people before politics, and you have to create an environment where people want to work here. And so that means education incentives. Especially right now, if you have a master's degree and a GED, you have the same starting salary. You have to make it really an environment where people want to come and thrive and help people. We've lost 70 people in the last 70 days because of the inactions of the Board of Commissioners. And it's not all of them. Let me be absolutely clear. There's some people on the Board of Commissioners that actually get it. You talk about Commissioner Barrett, you talk about Commissioner Mo Ivory, you talk about Commissioner Arrington, they get it because they're putting people before politics. But if we can really convince the others to do that, including the chairman wouldn't want to work in an environment where there's water running down the building. Yet and still, there are two things that are important. A couple years ago, they redid Assembly Hall. It cost $4 million. And right now, the Board of Commissioners on their 10th floor offices are going through a $4 million to $5 million renovation. Yet and still, they expect people that are hardworking, that come to work every day, to work in sewage, to work in stormwater, to work in some of the worst conditions in a jail that has really long since, for decades, been in this place.
All right. Sheriff Pat Labat, Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labat, I really appreciate you joining us, and thank you for your insight today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.